Sam Adekugbe, he was involved in so many significant moments for the men's team leading up to the last World Cup.
Yep.
He has a string of injuries. How important could he be? A fit Sam Adekugbe with his strength and his explosiveness, especially in transition. What kind of dimension does he add to your team?
I think Sam has potential to be a very important player for us. His injuries have meant that he's been behind a little bit on the learning curve of some of the other guys. So he didn't benefit from that Copa America time that we spent together. That was 6 weeks, right? Almost 7 weeks that we were together intensively and developing so many things within the team. I think if he were in those 6-7 weeks and he was healthy, that the conversation about where he sits right now in the national team setup would be different, okay? But I've kind of said to him along the way, like, look, you got to catch up, right? There's a lot of development happening within the group, and the overall level of what's happening inside the team is grown. And even he came in late in September, and I remember we just had a day before the match training. That's usually, yeah, that wasn't even our most intensive training, but at the end of training, I looked at him and he was like, wow. I was like, yeah, we're pushing this thing, man. You know, so, but I like Sam. I like his qualities. If we can get him fully fit, if we can get him more intensive and aggressive in the way he plays, then I think he can be a big bonus for the team.
I kind of look at Jayden Nelson the same way I look at someone like Theo Corbianu. They had their little fits and starts during the qualification run. And then I watched the way Jayden Nelson played in that first game. You talk about Sam Adekugbe and the way that he went and linked up with Sam on that goal. And I look at the way he just played against Saprissa in the CONCACAF Nations Champions League.
Yeah.
How much are you putting into these first few games before LA? And when you look at someone like Jayden, who has had an opportunity in Norway, went to the second Bundesliga, has come back, and he told me specifically, I'm working as hard as I can to get on this men's national team.
Yeah.
And you can clearly see that he's being motivated by something. So are you really considering these first 4 games for someone like him and even like Theo Corbianu?
Look, we wanted to bring Jayden in to Holland, because we were trying to figure out a couple. He wasn't in the first roster, but then a couple things happened, and we were like, okay, we could use Jayden. We tried to bring him in. He was at Rosenborg at the time, but he got hurt the day that we got together on the Saturday. On the Sunday, he had a match in Rosenborg, and our plan was to visit if he could come in, and he got hurt. And so then it changed again his trajectory within the team. But he's another player that possesses the qualities that I like pace, aggressiveness, verticality, you know, with the ball, without the ball. And so I think there's potential, and there is potential for Jayden to be a big part of this project. We are evaluating these first games, and they do matter, and we need to bring in a group that's fit and strong and ready to go. But we have to get the balance right, as well as some established guys or enough established guys, because we play on Thursday and we basically have 1 or 2 days of training before we play a very important match.